Previously on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Alright, really, I'm sorry. You dive head first into literature when you're not as accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sari told me you don't even want to join the club, any club here. Unless you're two! I don't know if you plan to come up here and hang out or what, but don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds her help persuading Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki falls back into her seat. Don't worry, guys! Yeah, I'm not worried, don't worry. Sorry. Steve always wants to give the best. He gives it the best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even giving me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Yuri, that's because your room is messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. They hardly have noses! Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Steve can be good friends too. Sorry. As usual, Sari seems oblivious to the weird situation she is putting into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Yuri. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What's it? Never mind. Well, if she says never mind, let it be. Leave it be. How fun. Sure, and drinking a lot of water. Yuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting it in the first place. So a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. This guy knows how to flirt! Bill. It will make me happy no matter what. Hey, is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want me to see it. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches a bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. Pick out a book that you might enjoy. Thanks, Yuri! It's a short read, so you should keep your attention even if you don't actually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This girl, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She's flirting with you, you know. She is wanting you to kiss her, you know. Just saying. She even picked out a book that she thinks I like, despite me not reading it. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely look into this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, that's you. Now that pace? See, my pace for reading is 1 page every minute. That's how I read. Maybe it's 1 page every 2 minutes, but I can read good and I can read fast. I think I can still. Well, I mean, if you can, I don't read out loud very well. I read internal. Steve. Yes. Play a clip. That was your thing. Play a clip from the We're not read it out loud. Yeah, see? Look at that. I'm not good at reading that loud. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities with the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. But I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Nothing happened. I'm really curious to talk about Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Why'd the music change? Ah. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. Yeah, see, her eyeball. Her eyeball. Her eyeball is looking at you. She said, wait? She seeks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Dot dot dot. But that only makes her hide face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Much of this incident made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused, and I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I just kept reading a bit of this. So, the book that you gave me, right? Oh, crap! Wait, I didn't read the things! I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how do you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri is not telling me, but I decided to let it go. I will definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it started to pick you up, you might have a hard time putting it down. I'm just gonna let that guy watch. I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't care. I don't care. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What's about it anyway? I don't care that this person is playing Rainbow Six Siege. Cool. I don't care. Cool. Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portal of the Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Is it Illuminati? Alright, just wanted to make sure I don't actually give anything away. So basically it's about this girl who moves in her with her long-lost sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. And she gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she just defends for us. No matter what she does, she keeps on destroying most of her relationships and starts to fall life for a leper. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story. So that dark. Well, it is a horror movie. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Steve? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy one of these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. I'm gonna quickly save. Just save it there. Thank you. Retard. She's so silent and reclusive. She's so silent and reclusive. There's something completely different. I'm gonna fix my phone. I'm cold. I'm very cold. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside. Okay, I already read that. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you relate to the protagonist, they're made out of the native one, letting their one-sided mortals interfere with their villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess that's alright then. But I feel like I should really let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I start saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking to you.
That's...
I really don't... I really don't care. I don't care! I really don't care. I really don't think you need to worry. That's just because you're passionate about reading. The least that I can do is listen.
And the literature, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it.
Dot.
Let me just get the book.
I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag.
Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right?
Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. And I slid it to the DMs. Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little bit apprehensive. I pronounced that right.
I'm sorry.
It's not you, I want to kiss you!
It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading with and company with somebody. I see.
Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright. Open the right and read the clue word. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I just...
Yuri, you really apologize to me.
I do? I don't really mean to apologize. So sorry. I mean... Here.
This should work, right? I slide my desk
up to next to Yuri's and he'll hold my book once more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in each other a bit, our shoulders almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open.
I guess it's gonna make it difficult to turn the page.
Here. Whackers! Whackers! I'm right next to her! Whoa! Is that a creeper? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and it goes under her thumb after it flips to side. But holding it like this, we've huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. I'm gonna read the book for you guys. The man walked up to the child and said hi. The child then turned into a giant worm and then ate the man. The man suddenly was digested quickly and pooped out. The child then transported back to his own self and had massive diarrhea. The end. That is if I can read the worm. That I can read the worm Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Sorry.
I got a bit distracted for a second.
I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient to me.
Yeah, thanks.
We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn by the own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning pages almost feels like an intimate exchange. Water time! Delicious. My thumb gently lets go of the page and flutters into her side as she catches it with her own thumb. It's like... That's a computer! We can play Minecraft! Whoa. My dog just did a yelp. She's fine, but it scared the living daylights